Good morning folks, welcome back to the channel, Try to Be, and today is Sunday, 8th of March I think it is, something like that, and heading out for a solo bike ride because there's nobody around today to train with. It's a bit of a shame, but not a problem. It's a grey, dank, miserable day, but it's not wet, it's not raining. It's a bit wet on the roads, but it's not raining, so that's a bonus. So I'm going to make the most of this morning and do about a 40-45 mile ride. So off we go, come with me and we'll get going. Morning, morning. Right, we're on the way. We've got a car behind us now. It's caused me a headache. But right, we're underway, and so it's not too bad at the minute. Roads are a bit wet, but other than that they're okay. It's not that cold, about 7-8 degrees. So going to be a decently comfortable ride. Just negotiate this bend. Yeah, it's going to be a comfortable ride. Not going to be doing any crazy speeds. Just enjoy the morning out and make the most of it. So just heading up towards, come through Teversall, heading towards Plesley now. Noisy brake, sorry. Right, just come up through Plesley, just took a bit of a back road through from the pit just to avoid quite a busy roundabout. It's always a good idea if you're out, especially on your own. Trying to get me clipped back, here we go. Especially if you're out on your own, to avoid major junctions and things like that, big roundabouts, because that's busy and you just put yourself at risk. So it's far better to just take a shortcut. Takes you over a footbridge there. We use it a lot anyway, so it's not hard to find it, but it's just one of those useful little things to know. Find all the little bits that avoid the nasty bits. Right, on towards Shirebrook now, and weather's holding up anyway, it's not too bad. So making decent progress, but slightly worried that I've got lost. My Garmin wants me to make a U-turn, but I'm not convinced that that's right. And I'm pretty sure I made the right turn where I should have done. So we'll see in a bit when I get down here, see what that's looking like. But I'll end up pedalling 2 miles back if I'm not careful. Or I'm gonna have to find an alternative route. But that's what riding solo does for you. In a group, you've probably got several people all with the same route on their head units, and you can have a discussion as to whether one of you thinks you're right or wrong. When you're on your own, you've got to make a decision, and when you make that decision, you make a turn, and it's on you. But I think I'm going the right way. I'm fairly confident I'm going the right way. We will see when we get further down the road, but for now, everything's going okay. Okay, so the good news is, didn't make a wrong turn. Finally, I think there must be something wrong on the mapping that looked like I needed to make a U-turn and then go back the way I came and then make another U-turn and come back down again, which seems, I think somebody who drew the map lost the plot a little bit. But anyway, stuck with it, and the good news is I'm now heading alongside Sherwood Forest. So all this on the right, Sherwood Forest, and in there is the Major Oak. So if you're not familiar with the Major Oak, go and Google it and look up the story of Robin Hood, and you will soon find out what that's all about. But we're heading up to Edwinstowe, not far from Rufford Abbey now, for a coffee stop. There we go, a little bit of Robin Hood for you. I don't know whether that's supposed to be Robin Hood and the Maid Marian. Possible. We'll have a look at the plaque round here, might tell us. Yeah, there you go, Robin Hood and Maid Marian in Edwinstowe. That's where the legend is, and we just come past the Major Oak. Well, not past it because it's in the woods, but inside Sherwood Forest is the major oak. I'll put some info up here if I can, and see what we can put out there for you. You can Google it and have a look. But it's a nice part of the world if you want to come for a day out in better weather possibly, but come and have a day out at Sherwood Forest, then go over to Sherwood Pines, which is where I was yesterday. Have a look at yesterday's video. Just almost at Rufford Abbey now, but just thought I'd show you this, as if you're ever in the area and you fancy a weekend away, Centre Parks is just here on the right. There's the entrance to Centre Parks, and go in there. Obviously they've got places all over the country, but nice one just here on my doorstep. Never go to it though, because it's too close. Right, round the corner to Rufford Abbey and a coffee. And here we go, just riding into Rufford Abbey now, into the car park. And here we go, just riding into Rufford Abbey now. So the interesting route. Farmers Market, we might have a look around Farmers Market on today, might have a look around that, see what that looks like after we've had a coffee. I think coffee is the coffee and cake is the priority, and then we'll see about looking for Farmers Market, see what we can get there. And then we'll see about looking for Farmers Market, see what we can get there. The coffee shop. Going over the cobblestones there, the Garmin has set off the incident alarm. Thinks I've had a crash. Not quite that bad. I'm walking across cobbles, am I? But yeah, it's twice I've set that alarm off today. I think it's the bike mount is causing it to vibrate a bit more than usual, but never mind. Coffee stop. So we've got mocha, and then I've gone for a vegan slice, or vegan sausage roll basically. Call it a vegan slice here. Vegan sausage roll, and I've got a jam blondie in there. So 20 miles done so far, just over 20 miles. Been quite quick. I mean, I don't know what time it is. It's 10:30, probably been out a couple of hours, so about an hour and 3/4, something like that. So making a reasonable pace and doing quite well. But Rufford Abbey is a nice little place to visit. Been here a couple of times, bike rides, social rides and that kind of stuff, but out on my own today. But still plenty of people around. The farmers market's probably drawing people in. We'll go and have a look around there and see what's available, see what I can buy. It's interesting just to note, I've had two or three real close passes today. I've not had the camera recording on the front of the bike at the times when they've gone by, otherwise I'll put them on here and show them, but 2 or 3, I mean, most people have been really good wide passes on the path, and you just think to yourself, if I was another car, would you pass me at this point? Because you're going past me because I'm a bike, but if I was a car, you couldn't possibly overtake me, so why don't you just wait till you can see that it's clear and then go? They don't. They just seem to think they can just ride you off the road and get real close, but oh, you know, world's full of ignorant people, we can't do anything about them. This is the ford at Rufford Mill, which is still open, but Rufford Mill's still open. There's all the shops and stuff here, but this ford has been closed now for a few years because it's been seen of a few major crashes and people being stupid going through it at speed. So there's one of a motorbike who got killed, but it's a beautiful little lane back of Rufford Abbey, as you can see here, and then the road would have come through here and through the ford and the stream that runs under and through, look. But yeah, it's been closed for a few years now. Shame, because it's a pretty little feature, but then that's what happens when people go mad and don't follow sensibility, get themselves hurt and then cause the closure. Right, onward we go. So, nice coffee stop and cake and sausage rolls, that was nice. Well, vegan roll. And this is the back of Rufford Abbey here with the overspill from the lake, which obviously isn't as full as it could be because it's not overspilling. The lake obviously isn't as full as it could be, it's not overspilling. Yeah, just in Wellow, you've got the Maypole pub, the Red Lion pub, Maypole pub over there, and that proper old village Maypole. That's fabulous. I've never seen that here before, never been out. I must have been past this before, but never, can't say I've noticed. That's fantastic. All these things in old England, you don't see them anymore. Get out on your bikes, go and find them. Now, here's the thing you don't see too often anymore. Some old traditional hedging, some hedge laying. Now that's a dying art. Same as maypole dancing. But that is a properly laid and cut hedge, ready to grow properly again. It looks like it's been cut down, but that is not cut down. That is properly laid in presumably a Derbyshire or Nottinghamshire style. I'm not an expert, I should have turned left, but I'm not an expert on hedge laying, but I do know that there are multiple regional styles, and that's one of them. No idea which one. I would say, given that we're in Nottinghamshire, that it's probably a Nottinghamshire style. But still very nice to see again. Something you don't see unless you get out in the countryside. And getting out on your bike in the countryside is one of the best ways to see these things. Right, I need to make a U-turn, so I need to turn in. Okay, so just coming up through this sort of like, it's kind of like I don't know what it is, like an industrial estate with businesses. It's a private road. Just come across this sign, look. Frogs crossing, road closed. Well, I double checked. I didn't see any frogs. I didn't run any over, so I rode through it. Had to go for the barriers at each end, but you know, sometimes you just have to be careful, don't you, and watch out for frogs, because hey, you never know when they're in the road. But luckily no frogs were harmed in the making of this video. Despite the fact that the sun's not out, it is spring, and look at this colour here. Look at these daffodils lining the roadside. Now if it was sunny they would look even better, but they're still amazing. All come out in bloom, all at the same time, looking fantastic. That's spring right there for you. Wow, just come up the climb out of Blidworth, and a climb that would normally, a couple of years ago, would certainly practically finish me off. And I've just come all the way up there, stayed in the big chain ring. So I'm really pleased with that. That's a good level of improvement as a marker, isn't it? You can, hills that would normally finish you off and you'd be dead at the top, you can now get to the top and ride on without stopping to draw breath, really. I mean, I'm out of breath, but to be able to do that is is great. I'm really pleased with that. I've been looking to see if there's a PB on that climb today, because that felt like it was, and it should be. If it isn't, I can't believe I got up there any quicker another day. But that's one more big climb left up into Kirkby and Ashfield, and then fairly flat all the way home from there. There we go, ride complete, 45.2 miles. I'm not sure of the time, 3 hours and 12 minutes, something like that. I put all the stats up on the screen, so I enjoyed that. It's a little bit sort of, not a miserable day, but it's cloudy, grey, but it's not cold, it's not sunny, but it's not really windy either, so I've had quite a good ride, enjoyed it, so it's been a great ride. Anyway, don't forget, like and subscribe, watch out for the next one, Derby 10K next weekend.